A monarch got into meditation position and told to dig him out in 75 years. Russian scientists brought from Buryatia to Moscow unique particles of the hull of Doshidor Zhoitigulov Hambalama. The imperishable great teacher himself is in the Ivolginsky Monastery, near Ulan-Ude. And before that, the Lama spent 75 years of his life in the grave. That's the way of his life. Already preliminary results of the analysis of biomaterial have shown that science first encountered the phenomenon of immortality of a long-dead person. Unfortunately, the head of the Buddhist traditional Sangha of Russia soon banned the biomedical studies of the monk's body. However, the analysis of the results obtained before continued. Now Moscow experts have their first conclusions, which can safely be called sensational. Doshidor Zhoitigulov was the head of the Buddhists of Eastern Siberia from 1911 to 1917. Gained fame as a philosopher and doctor. He spent his whole life in Buryatia and only once went outside Siberia to celebrate the 300th anniversary of the Romanov dynasty. During the First World War, he organized hospitals and received several government awards. Around his name during his lifetime there were legends. One of them says that a monk could, like Christ, walk on water. The circumstances of the death and burial of the Hambo Lama in 1927 are very unconventional for Buddhism. Surrounded by his students, Doshidor Zhoitigulov sat in a lotus position and ordered his body to be removed from the grave after some time, promising to return alive. Then he began to read the prayer of accompaniment of the deceased on his own and plunged into deep meditation. When the students considered that there were all signs of death, the body of the Lama in the same lotus position was placed in a cedar sarcophagus and buried in a rural cemetery. Laboratory analysis confirmed that the body of the monk lives. Initially, it was assumed that organics, living protein compounds in the body of the Lama would be destroyed, and the tissues would be consolidated due to inorganics, as is the case in mummies. It turned out quite the opposite. Infrared spectrophotometry showed that the protein fractions of Itigulov cells have intravital characteristics. Now Itigulov, of course, is not alive, he cannot rise and go. But, leaving for another world in a state of meditation, he plunged not into death, but into another state. Research results suggest that the Lama artificially introduced himself into suspended animation. Currently, the body of Doshidor Zhoitigulov is located in the center of Russian Buddhists in the Ivolginsky Datsan, 30 kilometers from Ulan-Ude.